All right, today we're going to dive into a new AI tool that could seriously change the game when it comes to nutrition calculations. It's called NextGen Nutrition, and you can think of it as your own personal smart companion, whether you're studying or already out in the field. And this is way more than just a calculator. It's really a glimpse into the future of clinical nutrition. Just imagine getting all that tedious, time-consuming math off your plate. That way you can focus on what really matters, right? The analysis, the critical thinking, and patient care. So let's just get right to it. Are you tired of juggling all those formulas, converting units back and forth? Do you ever feel like you're spending more time on the math itself than on what the numbers actually mean? If you're nodding your head right now, then you're definitely going to want to see this. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the why behind this tool. What's its whole mission? Well, in a nutshell, it's all about making your calculations easier, faster, and way more accurate. But here's the really crucial part. It does all of that without compromising the high academic standards that you have to follow. That's key. So now that we know the why, let's get into the fun part, the what. We're going to take a tour of the full calculation toolkit to see exactly what you can do with this thing. First up, we've got a foundational area for any nutritional assessment. Let's start with anthropometrics. As you can see, it covers all the big ones. You can handle everything from BMI and ideal body weight to tracking percentage weight change and even getting an interpretation of the waist-hip ratio. It's all right there in one place.
All right, next up, we're talking energy requirements, which, is a total cornerstone of any nutrition plan.
And what's really cool here is the flexibility. It defaults to the Mifflin-St. Jeor formula, but you can easily ask it to use Harris-Benedict instead. You can factor in activity levels, use that quick kilocal per kilogram hospital method, or, and this is super useful, you can even ask it to compare the results from the different methods side by side. How great is that?
Okay, let's move on to another critical macronutrient, time for protein calculations.
And this is just as straightforward. You can calculate requirements per kilogram, figure out needs for hospitalized patients, which can get a little tricky, and easily convert between protein calories and grams. It can even help you double-check if a given intake is adequate. Super handy. And of course, we can't forget about hydration. So what about fluid requirements? Yep, it handles the essentials here perfectly. You can calculate adult needs using that standard 30 to 35 mils per kg range, or for the little ones, you can use the pediatric 150-20 rule. Plus, it'll even convert the total daily fluid volume into an hourly rate for you, which is a nice little time saver. And finally, let's dig into what's often the most detailed part of any assessment, macro and micronutrients. This is where it gets really powerful. You can ask it to divide total calories into custom macro splits, like 50% carbs, 20% protein, 30% fat, and it'll crunch the numbers and give you the grams for each. You can also pull up the standard RDAs for a whole host of vitamins and minerals to compare against an intake. Now, a really important heads up here, this RDA data is for academic reference only. It's not for prescribing treatment. Okay, so we've seen what it can do, but how does it do it? Let's take a peek under the hood at the smart engine that powers your answers.
So what exactly makes this GPT smart? Well, it's built to be more than just a number cruncher. You should really think of it as an interactive partner in your learning process.
So here's how it works. You can just type in your data naturally. It'll automatically convert units like pounds and feet for you. If you forget to include a piece of info, it doesn't just error out, it actually prompts you for it. And maybe best of all, it explains the concepts behind its calculations, which really helps reinforce your learning as you go. And every single answer you get will look like this, a clear, structured, academic-style breakdown. It shows you the exact formula it used, lays out your data, shows any conversions, and then walks you through the math step-by-step to the final answer. And then it follows all that up with a concept explanation and interpretation, so you get the full picture every single time. Now, with any powerful tool, there have to be some rules, right? So let's talk about the important guardrails that are built in here for safety and to make sure this stays a powerful learning aid. Let's be crystal clear about what this tool is meant for. It will support your learning, it will save you time, and it will help build your confidence with the numbers. What it will not do is give treatment plans, create diet prescriptions, or, and this is the big one, it will never ever replace your professor or your clinical supervisor. And that really brings us to the core philosophy of this whole tool. It is built to empower you. Let's just let that sink in for a second, because it's the single most important takeaway here. It is built to support your learning, not replace your supervisor. Think of it as your assistant, or maybe your study partner.
But you have to always remember, the final clinical judgment always belongs to you and your mentors.
And that's really the perfect place to wrap things up. The tool is here, it's powerful, and it's designed to help you succeed. So the only question left is, how are you going to use it to build your confidence and really master your craft?